YouTube. You can be anywhere in this world, but you're right here with us. So thank you for joining us. I'm Chris. This is Dave, and we're back, baby.
Yes, we are, man. We're back, ready to tackle 2021. Brand new year, brand new start. It's an opportunity to do things right, bigger and better, man. So we're excited to be back, guys. It's always an honor and a pleasure to get a chance to spend this time with you. Um, it's always exciting. It's always exciting to ready to tackle a new year and see how we can perform. And there's always going to be an abundance of opportunity, especially this year as the volatility is going to be ever so present. But before we go ahead and get into today's video, how did you spend your holidays, man?
Good, Dave. Can't complain. It was with family, away from the charts, and I mean, we did say, I think it was the last video that the volatility was gonna kind of die down, and we weren't gonna be so active. We're still
Yeah.
not gonna be active, right, at the current moment. So it feels good, but it feels good to be back, Dave.
Yeah, man, it gives us a time to unwind, relax, refresh, and really just reprioritize ourselves, and feeling ready to tackle a brand new year because we're going to be very, very busy this year. So we got to make sure we're keeping that nice, steady, even keel about our balance. But yeah, man, awesome stuff.
How were your New Year's?
Huh?
How was your holidays, Dave?
It was pretty good, man. I spent it with family, the small little unit here. We just, had food. We all got together and just had fun. Can't really complain on that end. And yeah, man, just giving out gifts to my little nieces is probably the highlight of my holidays. That stuff, man. Just seeing the looks on their faces always puts a smile on mine. But
Nice.
yeah, cool stuff. Cool stuff. Can't complain. I spent a lot of time relaxing, just really, really taking December off, man. I was not too involved with the markets or trading at all, but I did keep my ear to the ground and just make sure that I'm not too disconnected from what's going on. So being a trader is a 24/7 gig, man. It never really stops. You got to make sure that this is something you really want to do and that you're always staying up to pace with what's going on. But other than that, that was pretty much my December. It was pretty calm, relaxing, and I'm ready for this year.
It's good to hear, brother.
Hell yeah, man. Super cool stuff. Super cool stuff. But now that we're back, now that we're ready to hit it hard, welcome back, guys. Once again, it's always an honor and pleasure to get a chance to spend this time with you. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever the hell you are on our tiny blue planet. Before we begin, go ahead and do us that favor of hitting that like button, subscribe button, notification bell button if you want to stay up to date with any and all of our most recent content. By the way, we appreciate all of the positive feedback that we've been getting from all of you. It's just, it's a real blessing, man. We appreciate each and every single one of you. And Chris and I sincerely hope from the bottom of our hearts that any of the content that we post for you is helping improve your trading performance and your trading edge. So with that said, just a favor of just hitting that like button. And we're going to veer off a little bit from Money Making Mondays as we still see a lack of volatility early in the beginning of January. So we're going to not really cover, we're not going to do an analysis breakdown for this week's video simply because the volatility is not there. We can't find a good setup. And we still want to kind of coast it back a little bit before we execute any trades. We did take, I think, a trade in the month on the euro. We took a hit. I managed to recover that hit, but once again, the structure isn't there. So we're just gonna stay away and just make sure that we're being patient and more calculated with our trades. So with that said, the topic for today's video is just going to be covering some macro ideas very briefly, how we expect to play the so we're better prepared and we're prepared to capitalize and profit from what the markets are likely to do this coming year and probably the years ahead. We always want to be cautious, nimble, prudent, and prepared. And mind you, we can always be wrong. This is just our ideas, but within the breath of an instance, we have to be able to throw it down the bin if things change. And that's the burden that we have to carry as traders. It's not always going to be this set in stone linear journey. We always have to make sure that we're very quick to make adjustments and adapt to any changes that the market presents to us. So yeah, we're going to talk macro ideas. With that said, we are going to talk about what we anticipate moving forward into this year, and then we're going to talk about our plays on cryptocurrencies, as we believe that that is a very phenomenal market that everybody should be paying attention to. Really, we're definitely paying attention to it. We're definitely allocating a pretty substantial sums of money towards it, and we do expect good things coming for cryptocurrencies this year. And that's pretty much going to conclude today's video. So it should just be quick, straight to the point, simple and short. So macro fundamentals, man. Dollar has been losing tremendous value over the course of last year. We did see a sharp rally first quarter of the year, but yeah, man, later on throughout 2020 just started shitting the bed. And the dollar is no longer perceived as the dominant reserve currency of the world. This has so many moving parts and so many variables, but when you inject massive amounts of liquidity into the economy, when there is an oversupply of a currency, very little demand for it, the value of that currency is, by virtue of the fact, going to depreciate. As well, with that said, people are starting. This might be the year where we start getting the vaccine rolling out. There might be a little bit more optimism. Maybe the lockdowns might simmer down a little bit. So that's going to give people a little bit more optimism, more confidence, and also as an investor, if you're holding something that's losing value, you're going to naturally want to allocate those resources to generate. So people are investing back into the stock market. People are going to start investing into gold, especially cryptocurrencies. Now, we also know that big institutions, as we specialize in order flow analysis, liquidity manipulation, i.e. stop hunting, et cetera, all that stuff, and really just studying what these big operators and institutions are doing, we know that they're focusing. If you read the headlines of Bloomberg right now, they're making price predictions on Bitcoin. They're starting to allocate millions upon millions of dollars into this market. So, mind you, they're going to be very strategic and calculated in how they do this. So, if they're investing money into a market that they really didn't tamper with a couple years ago, that says something. That means they know something that we don't know. But it doesn't matter what they know. What we want to be doing is paying attention to those moves, to those footprints, so we can be better prepared to ride the wave when they unload massive amounts of their capital and resources into any market, really. So it's going to be a very, very volatile and interesting a year for cryptocurrencies, for the foreign exchange market, because as the dollar will tend to lose value, we do expect risk on assets such as the stock market to appreciate in value. We expect risk on currencies to appreciate in value. So the euro, the pound, the Aussie. We also expect cryptocurrencies to appreciate in value against the dollar. Our price projections for dollar weakness, we could probably see dollar weakness for the next 12 to 18 months. Even longer, man. But right now, that's too far ahead. We're going to focus on the here and now based off all the data and research that we've gathered. We expect the dollar to continue to weaken throughout 2020, possibly into 2021. And then if things change, then we'll go ahead and make those adjustments as things unfold. But as day traders, we're not really macro traders, so we like to take things a step at a time. But it is very important to have these macro ideas in the back burner so you know how to maneuver your way through the markets. So that's pretty much it, man, when it comes to our macro ideas. In summary, you want to short dollars, you want to be long risk on assets, risk on currencies. And for us, we're very excited to be heavily invested into the cryptocurrency market, as we expect very, very aggressive volatility and aggressive returns to be generated from that. Already in 1 month, our portfolio has netted roughly about 60%. In 1 month, the stock market netting minimum 8 to 9% a year. We made 60% in 1 goddamn month. That is just absolutely unheard of. I know there's a lot of people that like to come off like they're Warren Buffett, oh yeah, we make like 10% a year and stuff, and that's like some big accomplishment. Look, man, you can either get rich by the time you're dead, or you can get rich in a very short space of time. Whatever horse you want to bet on, that's entirely up to you. We as traders, we don't give a fuck about what any market does, man, or what. We don't even know if Bitcoin's going to change the world. We don't care about that. We've discussed that in our prior video where we did that analysis breakdown on Bitcoin. Macro setup is bullish. So any dips and sell-offs, any aggressive, sharp reversals are going to be buying opportunities. Don't get shaken out, man. The markets will shake you out. It's not going to be a linear journey up. But when we do get some aggressive sell-offs, those are the times that we want to keep investing heavy so we can maximize our reward relative to the risk that we take. But macro setup is bullish, and we're very excited, man. Bitcoin already put in some new all-time highs, and we expect it to continue putting in new all-time highs for 2020 as it is a fixed supply. And quite frankly, it's a clean skin currency, man. It's not denominated into debt. It has no debt attached to it. And this simple narrative in terms of having a fixed supply, that it's a brand new digital currency, a lot of people are going to really roll with that narrative. Whether it changes or replaces the banking system, nobody knows. Nobody gives a fuck. We don't. All we care about as traders is making money. And quite frankly, that has served us very well. The less biased you are, the more you can focus on what the markets are really trying to communicate to you. So that's just what we wanted to talk about. We're very excited. This is going to be a very, very volatile year. Mind you, it's not going to be an easy year, but as long as you have solid foundations and at least a solid gauge of where a market is headed, you're going to maximize your odds of success. Right now, the markets are screaming bull, man, and we got to grab the bulls by the horn on this one. Lest you get left behind, unless you stay consistently unprofitable. And that's not what we want. We want to help you guys up your game, up your edge. Mind you, Chris and I, we invest a lot of time studying the financial markets. We've been consistently profitable for years now. This is our life. This is our identity, man. I've been in the game 8 years, so those are rookie numbers. I still got a long way to go. However, I've learned a tremendous amount of things in that time frame, and it's a blessing to have been for roughly about 3 years now. So it's, that means we got to be doing something right. With that said, yeah, exciting times. Don't get shaken out. Do not be extremely leveraged, man. This is a brand new year to do things right, guys. Really, really sit down with yourself, write some new objectives, write some goals, and figure out how you want to improve as a trader. That if that means cutting back on your risk controls, if that means cutting back your trading volume, your trading activity, limiting the amount of markets that you trade. Mind you, as we just stated in a prior video, we do not actively day trade Bitcoin. We trade it, but it's much more of a long-term swing trading approach where we expect to hold it for months, maybe a couple years, maybe 2 to 3 years if we have to. But that does not mean we won't be taking profits along the way. But we do not actively trade Bitcoin because we are specialists in one market and one market only, and that is the foreign exchange market, because that is our bread and butter. And you don't want to be a jack of all trades in this business. A jack of all trades is a master of none, literally, in this business. So pick your market, focus on it, and be the best possible trader that you can be in that market. Learn anything that you possibly can about it. And that's why we make money in one of the most challenging, difficult markets, which is the foreign exchange market, is because we're very, very focused in our craft in this particular market. So also, last thing that I want to mention on the euro is that is my heart and soul. We do expect the euro to continue bullish for the rest of 2020. And hell, man, I anticipate that we're probably going to retest some old levels, some price points. We could probably have a interaction at the 1.24 and definitely the 1.25. And maybe if things continue to get worse for the dollar, we could probably put in some new highs for the euro. Unfortunately, our idea has been invalidated. Our macro bear idea has been invalidated as 2019 started to really unfold. We were very, very bearish, but sometimes we're going to be wrong, and that's okay. We were expecting the world to fall apart. The sky was falling, the markets to continue shitting the bed. Once the euro put the low around 1.07, that was it, man. It was sky high from there. I honestly expected it to even breach the 1.04, but we didn't get that. The markets aren't always going to do what we think it's going to do. If everybody's looking one way, it's probably wrong. And quite frankly, everybody was bearish, including us. But the reason we came out on top, we closed the year on a net profit, is because we were very quick to admit, we're wrong. We need to change our bias, and we need to be quick to adjust. Traders who lack that ability are traders that get wiped out of the game very, very quick, and their career is very short-lived. So Chris and I, we're very proud, not so much of the money that we've made, some of the great trades that we've had. We're proud of the fact that we have the humility to admit that sometimes we're going to be wrong, and that's just part of the process, man. But as long as you can make those quick adjustments, you're going to be fine. You're going to make money, and you're going to close the year strong. So that's all we really have to say. If anything that we discussed was insightful to you, once again, man, leave a comment down below. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, let us know, and we'll get absolute best to get back to you in a timely manner. Also, if you guys are really, really trying to get this profession down, this craft, are serious about becoming successful traders, consistently profitable traders, are tired of just losing, trade after trade after trade, year after year after year, consider joining our Discord. It is only $50 a month. Honestly, it is probably, you can call me an arrogant asshole, but it'll probably be the best investment you'll ever make, because there's a lot of people in this business, man, that's just smoke and mirrors, nothing but fluff. They talk up a big game, but honestly, I think we're probably one of maybe a handful of motherfuckers out there that not only put our money where our mouth is, we show you pre-trades, the live trades, results, money. We show it all to you, man. If you don't even believe that we can't trade, go back to the very beginning of our videos, and you will see some of the analysis calls that we did, some of the breakdowns and how they unfolded, and the majority of them, they played out to our anticipations, bro. So I don't really know any motherfuckers that are doing what we're doing. And if we're wrong, they stay there. We don't delete those videos because we're trying to seem like these all seeing beings to you. They stay there, bro. If we're wrong, we admit it. But I would go so far as to say 80% of our analysis calls have been very accurate and correct and played out to anticipation. So if you guys want to be learning from real traders, consider joining our Discord, because we're not here to fuck around. A lot of the people that we have trained have seen some really, really phenomenal results in a short space of time. People are going to come and go, and that's absolutely fine, man. But the traders that really, really want to get this down, they're going to stick it out to the long haul. So consider joining the family if this is something that you're interested in getting. Mind you, the only prerequisite that you should have before consider joining us, and before we even consider taking you in to our Discord, because Chris and I are very selective as well, because we have a certain culture that we like to preserve there, is you at least need to have some experience under your belt. We shouldn't have to explain to you what a fucking pip is, what leverage is. You should already come with those basic skill sets and knowledge, how to open a trade. You should already have a brokerage account funded, because we're just the guys that are ready to teach how to make money, bro. We're ready to teach you our approach to the markets that has edge. It has edge because we make money, man. We show it to you all the damn time. And then that's it, man. It's just going to be constant practice, refining your process, and then scaling up so you can eventually achieve whatever financial objectives you have as a trader. So that's pretty much all we got to say. Share this video with your trading buddies if you have any. Before we call it a wrap, Chris, do you have anything to add to that?
Nothing much. I think this is probably going to be our only video for the week, right, Dave? And we'll be back for Monday next week.
Yeah, definitely. So this is just going to be our only video. But come next week, man, we should have our consistent posting schedule of 2 videos a week. And Money Making Mondays, where we find an opportunity that we're taking a look at, and we'll go ahead and break down why. And then we will probably post a video maybe regarding any psychological tips that might help your trading performance, or just Chris and I, sometimes we like to just chit chat, man. We like to just vibe out, and we like to talk about a lot of our experiences as traders, because I feel like that's something that doesn't get talked about a lot. And then why we like to talk about our experiences, because it humanizes trading for you guys. Everybody just on the internet tries to come off like some hotshot trader, like their roads to riches was just a simple linear journey. They had no struggles. I would caution away from these people, because they're probably not giving you realistic perspectives on trading. Trading is ruthless. Trading is tough. It is not an easy endeavor, but it can be done. And we're not going to be the guys that are going to bullshit here, or bullshit any of you here. Some of you are going to make the cut. Some of you aren't, man. But you that really want to make the cut, mind you, this is more mental than anything else. We can teach, dude. I could teach a dyslexic monkey the mechanics of trading, bro. I really could. It's not that difficult. It's the mental part that's we can't teach you. We can talk about it, but everybody's going to learn that through their own individual journey, and time and experience is going to be the only distinction between those who make it and those who don't. But yeah, man, cool stuff. Cool stuff. Glad that you brought that up, Chris. Other than that, that is Chris and David and Chris. Trade safe, trade smart, trade well. We're signing off, man. We love each and every single one of you.
Much love,
Until
guys.
next time. Yeah, we love you.